welcome. If this is your first time, if you're returning, welcome back. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope everyone in the US had a great Thanksgiving and had some, good quality family time with those that they love the most. It's been a pretty crazy year. So here, what we're doing is we're just doing a quick drive. This is on the 2020.44.15.3, and the 3 is for beta, for those that are keeping track. And we have a this is the 5th build by Tesla on the beta program. So this is just a quick drive, and look, we have 2 Teslas in the back. So always got to give a shout out to the Teslas in the back. So look, we see the biker, they're making a right. Okay, here we go, going straight. And look, there's a trash can over here, so it moved out a little bit. So here we're coming up to a light, and it's green, so we're going through. Here we're going to be making a right-hand turn. So I think some of you have asked, for really more of like, what are my thoughts? So it's going to wait. So here we're gonna make a right, but it's being cautious because this car is there. And so we're just waiting for this light to turn green for this car to go forward. Okay, and here we are making the right-hand turn. It's going out into this lane. So I think some of you guys had asked for, some overall thoughts on, how I'm feeling about how the program's going and all the updates. Overall, it's made a ton of improvement from the first one, but for me personally, I still am wowed by how far along it is, even from the very first release. So we were 5 releases in, and of course it's made it better. Things are smoother. It's more confident in making its own decisions. Some of the things that I had originally, that it had originally had issues on, sometimes it would get into the wrong lane when it needed to go straight. It was actually getting into the left lane. It doesn't do those things. So the great thing about this whole thing is that it is getting better as time goes on. It's getting better as every FSD beta tester is feeding data into the system. Every time I get home, all the videos upload. So as I'm sending those things out, but it's awesome. It really just tells you why the Tesla build is so strong. And what I mean by that is, as civilians are literally testing this thing, they're feeding data into the system, and it's just getting stronger and better. Waymo, for example, they have obviously their $250,000 cars or whatever those things are. You have your shoes. Okay, so it's trying to make a left here, but there's a car coming, so that's why it's delaying. But yeah, so the Waymo system is not scalable. There's no way that you can take a picture of literally every single, pothole, every single scenario in a city. They've done that for Mountain View, and how long has that taken for them to finally roll it out to Arizona? But either way, I've been so impressed with how fast and how far along Tesla is and was on their first one. But yeah, so I think the overall initial thoughts is that, some things that it can't do, I think some people have seen it. It can't really make a U-turn. It can do a roundabout at about like 75 degrees. But yeah, so there's certain things it can't do. But you know, I've done several roundabouts. I've done not only several roundabouts, I've done you know, we had a friend walk out in front of the car, and it did well. So make sure you check those earlier videos. I've done Mount Umunhum, which is, you know, for those who are locals here in the Bay Area in California, you know that that is probably one of the most difficult roads. And I did it while it was kind of somewhat stormy and somewhat windy, so make sure you check out those videos. But it is pretty crazy to see, you know, the scenarios that it's handled. I've done unprotected left turns. I've done four-way stops. Obviously, you can't always plan to have 4 cars all there at the same time, but at least what I have noticed about the four-way stops is it determines which ones have gone there. I've seen dogs and owners like come out, and what it's doing is it's actually predicting what...
I see brick.
You see a brick or a bird?
Bird.
Yeah, I see birds too. But yeah, so it's interesting. It actually predicts. It's actually predicting what the. It's actually predicting what the. What each person's doing. So here it's interesting. So we ran into a. Oh, okay. So.